Hello everyone, welcome to this guitar tutorial of Carry Me, which is a single that me and Lydia released last year on our EP called Carry Me. If you know the song, then I hope that you'll find this guitar tutorial helpful if you want to learn it. I hope you like it. If you have any questions about this tutorial in particular, or even any other songs that we've covered and you just want to know anything about the guitar parts, I'll try and help you. Obviously I don't have tabs for all of them because quite a few I work out by ear, but I can definitely help you out and make some suggestions if that helps. I hope you like the tutorial. Let me know via Twitter, it's @BeckyAEast. Okay, so the first thing you'll need is one guitar and one capo. The song is originally recorded with no capo. I don't tend to ever use a capo on an electric guitar, which is what we recorded the song with. But for acoustic, I think it sounds really nice because you can get a fuller sound with all of the strings ringing out. So if you're playing it on acoustic, I would say go for a capo if you want to, but it does work without a capo. You'll probably just have to use bar chords a lot more, and I can explain that later on. But I would say, yeah, acoustic, use a capo because it's much easier and just sounds nicer with some of the chords, but it also works with an electric guitar as well. So the song is in normal standard tuning, so that's how all the notes should sound in standard tuning with capo on 4th fret. So first we'll start with the intro, which is in E shape on the which is an E shape but played past the capo on the 4th fret. So just like this. The intro will sound like this. So. A flat is the key of Carry Me on the EP recording. So most of the shapes will just be shapes that you sort of play E with without a capo, so just an E like that, but on the 4th fret, so it will be A flat. So if you're familiar with chords, then you'll know what an E is like. If you don't, then this is the first chord that you need to learn. So an E is an open low E string with your second finger or your middle finger on the A string, and that would be on the 6th fret. And then just beneath that, that's a D string on the 6th fret. And then your first finger, your pointing finger on the G string on the 5th fret. And these two high B and E strings you just let ring out. Once you've got that E shape sorted, you'll just need to move these two fingers here. So the second shape, go from E to, I don't know what chord this is, just made it up. But it sounds a little bit funny, but essentially you're only really playing this note and this note. All the others you need to mute with this hand. So what I do is I just really gently rest one of these fingers on the strings next to it, so they don't ring out, they're just sort of muted like this. And then these two I just make sure are held down really hard to get that sound. And that's the same with the last chord in that sequence, which goes down to this. So that just goes. I'll play that again. And all together sounds like this. So it is quite hard to get those notes right first time. It's a bit of a stretch, especially if you've got small hands like me. but you will get there, so just keep going. It might be worth playing it at a lower tempo as well, just to practice. In terms of strumming, sorry about the light, it's streaming through, it's all just downstrokes, just in time with the song, so just, but with some accents on some of the beats, but it's all downstrokes. You could play it like this, but I tend to feel it has a little bit more sort of power behind it with all downstrokes like this. Great, so once you've mastered the intro, that is also the verse as well, so it's pretty much just this for a good, probably minute, I'm not quite sure, until the pre-chorus, which is Carry Me. So it's just like this for the verse and intro. After the intro and verse, it will go into the Carry Me, Carry Me's, and they're just 2 chords, so that would be C sharp minor and B, and with this you'll be having your first finger, this is on the A string on the 8th fret, and then 10th fret on the D string, G string on the 10th fret as well, so it's almost just like a power chord, just stemming from the 8th fret on the A string. So it's Carry Me, Carry Me, just like that. I generally play it on electric, I tend to do this. On acoustic guitar you could play it a bit differently. I think we've got a live version of it on our channel, and generally I sort of let them ring out and do it a bit softer like this. So again, it's just sort of accented right at the beginning, and just sort of let them ring through. Again, with the intro and the verse and these chords, on electric guitar it's pretty much the same. You just wouldn't let them ring out, you would just play the actual notes, and same with this. So for the chorus is probably the easiest part of the song. It's just 2 chords really, so just playing E and ringing that out, so just be from When I Reach the Mountain Top, so that's just, and then that just goes into an A. The A you could play like this, which is when you don't play the low E string, but you do play the A string and then D string and all the other strings at the end. This one A chord looks like. I don't tend to play A like that. I actually tend to move my 2nd finger and my 3rd finger just up a string each, and that just plays sort of like a lazy A, I suppose I call it, but it gives it a slightly more sort of emotive chord, I suppose. It just sounds, I feel it just sounds a bit better. So if I play that, when I do play that sort of lazy A chord, I just strum from the A string. What I do tend to do, and I know a lot of guitarists don't like this, but I do put my thumb over the top just to mute the E string, because it means I can sort of go for it without being worried that that E is going to ring through, because it doesn't sound as good with the E. So I try to mute that E just by resting it gently here and then just doing this. And you don't get this, which is much nicer, and that goes out through the whole of the chorus. So once you've got the intro and the verse chords sorted and the chorus's chords sorted, you may want to learn the lead parts as well. It's really hard to play both. I wish I sort of found a way of doing it, but I haven't. Normally I quite like to incorporate the lead parts into a rhythm part, because then you can just hit all parts of the song really, but just through one instrument, which is kind of cool. But I haven't figured that out for Carry Me, so I'll teach you the lead parts individually. First you'll start with, the lead parts are mostly in the second verse, which sort of play just over Lydia or in between the parts where Lydia doesn't sing. So you'll start with your third finger on the 8th fret on the D string, and this just slides up 2 frets and goes. So that's the first bit. And then you hit the G string on the 8th fret, just here. So it goes the second time, and then down again. I try and tend to do most with my third finger, just makes sense and makes me feel like I can have control of the fretboards the best. So again, that's just up 2 frets from the 8th fret on the D string, and then you could hammer on, depending on how strong your fingers are. Mine aren't very strong. And that's a G string on the 8th fret. And then the same, but you pluck the D string again, and then down with your third finger, and down to the 6th fret as well. So after that second verse, it would go into the Carry Me's again, which again would be. And then into the chorus. Now with the bridge, it's really simple again. It's just using those shapes which all stem from E major really. So you've got the C sharp minor chord, and this starts from Prepare My Heart for What's to Come. So that's essentially how I play it, is just kind of 6 drums. So that's down, 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 up, down, up. And then down to B. Down, 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 up, down, up. I tend to incorporate some lead parts at this point. So this little lead part, which I play in between the chords, are just 3 notes, which are all really close together, so quite easy to play, but it's just that jump that kind of takes some practice. So after these 6 drums here, I move up with my second finger, this finger, onto the 13th fret on the D string, which is this, and then 12th fret on the G string, which is this, and then again 13th fret on the D string, which is this. So this is my 12th fret, this one here. So I use a hammer on at this point, and I'll just pluck the D and the G string, and then I'll do it again, back to the D, but I'll do this with my third finger. So just play these 2, D, G, D, and then and that's just a hammer on the 13th fret on the G string. And then I just pluck that G string again once the 3rd finger is left. So all together it looks like this. You might have seen that when I was playing the verses for the bridge, it goes down from the C sharp minor to the B and into an A, and then back up again. So just play the chords all together. And that's pretty much it really. I just play those chords with that down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. I just play those chords essentially. Well, I play this lead part in between those chords. So. Towards the end of that bridge, it does stay on the A string and then it builds back into the chorus. So it sounds a bit like this. And then you go back into the E for When I Reach the Mountain Top. Now it's just the outro, which is really, really simple. Again, it just uses those main chords. So after the last chorus, it goes to the C sharp for the last time, and you'll hear it right at the end after the last chorus, and it would go like this. So again, with the strumming pattern at this point, it's better to listen to the track and try and play along. If you're not quite sure how to play it, just using downstrokes along with the beat is the best way to play it, just like this. Right at the end of the C sharp and the B, it goes to A. Best thing to do is just to let that ring out as much as possible at the end. Thank you for watching. If you do have any questions, just comment below or tweet me at Becky A. East on Twitter and Instagram if you want to go there as well. And I will try and put out almost like a really basic chord chart along with lyrics in the description box for you guys to reference throughout the video, or if you didn't find it too clear. I'll try and edit this as well as possible so that it all makes sense, but I've sort of recorded it in chunks, and sorry if the camera's a little bit not as good as usual because I'm doing this on my Mac, so I don't have a tripod or anything, so it's quite hard to balance the camera whilst playing. But I hope you guys like it, and yeah, it'd be great to see some Carry Me covers. I know there's already some out there which are really, really cool. I did check them out, so if you guys do record any, please tweet them at me, I'd love to see them. So thanks, bye!